Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend, the MHA What If with another fanfiction. This is the move of What If Deku was added to a pro-hero group chat? All credits for this video go to their respective authors, so please support the real author. Check out the link in the description for more details. Please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. Izuku was a smart kid. He knew that ever since he was in elementary school he would be at least 3 grades higher than the rest of his peers, only 1 in math. He's not good at math at all, he hates it, and that's all he's going to say about that. But because he was quirkless, his teachers never believed he could be higher than someone like Bakugo Katsuki, the person he knew since he was born. They grew up together, but his diagnoses at the age of 4 about him being quirkless separated the two friends. One believing the oldest would do amazing as a hero, and the other one thinking the youngest would be useless and better off alone and not as a hero. That wasn't how Izuku had planned the day he told his friend he was quirkless. Hisashi Midoriya, his father, had left Izuku when he found out his daughter was quirkless and left, causing his mom to put the blame on him. If only he wasn't quirkless, they would be a happy family. Izuku knew he couldn't help it. It's not his fault he was born this way. At the age of 6, Izuku realized he might not be a girl but a boy. He wanted to cut his hair short and not wear skirts, but all his mother did was scream at him that he was a girl, not a boy. It's not normal to think you are a boy when you're a girl. Izuku told Bakugo it wasn't surprising that Bakugo supported him. Most of the class did, apart from the teachers. In Bakugo's words, it was, "I might hate you, but it's human tendency to accept someone for something. If you change your mind, you change your mind. I'm not going to make fun of you for that, Deku," and the class agreed. At 7, Izuku had been diagnosed with ADHD and a sleeping disorder due to him being quirkless. He got the medication for it for free, thank God, cause Inko wasn't going to be paying for that. He hates the ADHD medication. It feels like it's stopping him from being him, but also it's blocking a side of him he needs. In Izuku's last year of elementary school, so he was 10 at the time, Inko wasn't there in the morning. He saw her turn up on a Wednesday with money for food while she paid the bills online for him, but that was all. It's not like he saw her much before, but she used to make him breakfast still every morning. She would. When Izuku was 11, he joined a hero Discord. Most of the people in that Discord was under the age of 13, so it wasn't surprising when another 11-year-old joins. This was one of the servers created for people under 13, so if your classes as that, swearing is not available to be read at all or used. He and this person called Purple Cat became friends. Video called spoke, normally studied together. Turns out they are both above their year group, but Purple Cat was a year in all, while that was only with math and English. Now for Izuku, anything else is 3 years above. When he started middle school, the bullying and taunts got worse, so he had to learn how to sew. He got a job at the age of 12 because Inko had stopped leaving money, but it's fine. Quirkless people are legal adults when they turn 10 anyway. It was in September, around the start of the second term in his last year of middle school, when Izuku had gotten an email from a certain chimera quirked animal who may or may not be a principal of Japan's #1 hero school. Izuku had just got home from work after school in September. A week into the second term of middle school, he was added to a group chat. Friday, 7:42 p.m. Nedzu created a group chat. Nedzu added 12 people. Nedzu changed 12 names. Gremlin gay. Seriously? Again? BD. Didn't the last one end up with us destroying Power Loader's robot and we all left cause Yagi kept annoying us? I build robots for some reason, that's my name. Yeah, remind me of my poor robot. Birdman. Really just exposing what happened to the last GC, loudly crying face. Friend. New group chat? I am God. The start. Hopefully this one goes better than the last one. Kiss make it better. Same names as last time? I am God. Friend. I shouldn't be here. Friend. Who are you? Friend. A person who doesn't belong at I am God. Why the F doesn't the leave button exist? I am God. No one is allowed to leave. Friend. Oh, for F's sake, loudly crying face. Gremlin gay. So I'm effing stuck here? Friend. Show used proper grammar. Terrifying. Gremlin gay. Friend. I don't want to be here, might take that. Birdman. No you won't. Friend. Oh, we have a living bird thinking it can tell me what to do. Skull. Burning trash alive. Birdman. I'm gonna go cry in a corner, F you greenie. Friend. Skull and crossbones. Friend. Might as well get yourself comfortable, give yourself a better name than green. Green changed their name to Chaos. MCCS it. Why that as a name? Cause the start. Should that be more terrifying than Nedzu? Gremlin gay. No, you're a coward. Cause you're cool anyway. Pronoun check? Mine can SW between he/him and they/them. Birdman. He/him. Gremlin gay. Such that. Friend. They/he or Neos. Laughing face. I am God. They/them. Pew pew is. Such that. The start. They/them please. Blood King. He/him. MCCS it. He/her. Kiss make it better. He/her. BD. He/him. I build robots for some reason that is my name. He/him. Burning trash alive. He/him. Cause. Why the f are there so many men? MCCS it. That's what I was thinking. How do we fix it? Cause. Murder. Front. What? MCCS it. I was going to say add my partner but murder will do/J. Cause. Just a warning, murder is only is self-defense, not actually. I'm not clarifying that cause there's pro-heroes in this chat skull. Birdman. How'd you guess we're heroes? Cause. First of all, your name your Hawks burning trash alive is Endeavor because it's obvious and mainly because Nedzu is here. Birdman. Right. Gremlin gay. I want you to figure out who I am. Friend. You've set him up for failure show. Cause. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll try that. I have free time as I know everything I'm doing in school anyway. Face with rolling eyes. Gremlin gay. If so, why haven't you been moved up a grade? Cause. Reasons show reasons I can't explain. Gremlin gay. K, how old are you anyway? Cause. I'm a legal adult. Chaos had logged off. Izuku wasn't lying, he is a legal adult. He's doing his last year of high school. In most subjects he's planning on trying to get into UA high school, so he doesn't do the high school math and English he should be doing. It makes it so he's not just at UA for no reason. He will have stuff to do then. But he has got to remember he's a 14-year-old student in middle school doing high school while having 2 jobs and being a vigilante who also works in a cafe with another vigilante called Dabi. The two work together sometimes when it's needed. Dabi owns the cafe. It's neutral ground for vigilantes, villains, and civilians, even heroes who only know what Izuku's vigilante self looks like. If they don't even F&G try, you automatically get ID'd when entering the cafe. If you have a powerful quirk, you can't enter, as quirkless people are in here too, and nobody knows what will happen if they do. The cafe is safe for anyone who needs it, open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Some stay all day, some don't. It's up to you what you do. Fighting is not allowed. Don't break anything and don't be like Izuku and chug caffeine to the point you're vibrating. We're all not sane. For 30 a.m. Tuesday. Chaos they/them. Okay, so I woke up at 3 and couldn't get back to sleep, so I've been scrolling on TikTok for a bit and I'm going to cry. There were those dumb Easter duck things from before and everything people are making videos about. It was titled, Who Decided to End It All Without Permission? Gremlin gay. Without permission? WTF. Chaos they/them. That's what I am saying. So like when it was read was thrown out the window before going on to the next. I just watched a fake duck die and it was the first thing to make me cry since I was 8. Loudly crying face. Gremlin gay. The poor duck. Friend. The ducks aren't real, rolling on the floor laughing. Chaos they/them. So, Birdman. Why you even awake at this time? Chaos they/them. Classes start in an hour. Grinning face with big eyes. The start. At 5? Chaos they/them. Nah, at 6:20. I just got to be there early so I'm not late and for other reasons. Birdman. Chaos they/them. Cause Chaos has gone offline. It was the end or nearing the end of the school day for students all across Japan, and Izuku was waiting for the class to leave before they did, so that took them like an hour longer than it should have to get out of school and down to the mall. When Izuku arrived at the mall cause they needs food, so they had walked inside the store before staring, that's when they realized that they didn't have the list they usually would brings and wanted to cry. They always need the list cause it's so confusing on what to buy. They sighed before grabbing things they would usually need like noodles, ramen, fruit and veggies, and soup, mainly because they don't like cooking actual meals. They stared at the hair dye section. There were so many pretty colors. They have always wanted to dye their hair purple like other kids, and it's not like they would have the black for many more years as it's turning white like dad's, so maybe they should, and so they did. Izuku sat at one of the benches with a packet of noodles cause food they haven't eaten today, so They powered on their phone and took a photo of the noodles in his hand before messaging the group chat. We're not sane. 5:09 p.m. Chaos, they slashed them. Just me and my uncooked noodles. / chaos has attached one image. It showed noodles in a very freckled hand / Birdman. Bro, WTF? I'm so curious if you're saying ATP. I mean none of us are though. Loudly crying face. Yes. I wonder if I'm sane all day. Birdman. Flush face. Blucking. I'm going to say it, that is gross and can't be good for your teeth. Birdman. You shouldn't say something like that when you eat licorice. Gremlin gay. Delicious / Jen. Yes. Anyways, do you guys ever just eat cereal while reading bills and put the bills in the fridge instead of the milk? Friend. Grinning squinting face. Yes, so many times. One time in the freezer. ADHD go BRR. Yes. I almost put my cat in the fridge once. I cried when I realized. Birdman. How? Yes. Because I don't take my ADHD meds. Person shrugging. I mean I'm getting new sleeping and ADHD ones in a week anyway, as I'm supposed to be on a stronger dose because of my age now. Friend. Remember to label them. Yes. Yes, I know. Skull and crossbones. Pew pew miss. Angel, I think Show and Chaos would be good friends. Yes. Maybe. Gremlin gay. Maybe. MCCS. I personally think they are related to Chaos. Can we get a description of what you look like? Yes. I have black hair which is turning white, which I'm planning on dyeing purple later. My eyes are green. You've seen my skin, which is covered in freckles cause I'm in the sun like a lot. Birdman. It's confirmed they are related, but why is your hair turning white? Gremlin gay. I doubt we're related, but yeah, that's what I want to know too. Yes. Information I shouldn't give out as there's not many who have it. The start. True, sorry, Chaos. Yes. For what dash? Gremlin gay. Ick, but I doubt me and Chaos are related as I have black eyes and I have to moms. Yes. Yeah, I don't. MHW my dad and a MJMWE9 NST seed. Pew pew ms. So grammar doesn't matter to you anymore. Front. Yeah. Yes. Sorry F. I'm running. I need to catch my train. Loudly crying face. Chaos has gone offline. Front. Go catch your train. We're not sane. 11:30 p.m. Yes. I am Hamid Sidinsti that took way too F long. WDF. Birdman. Why did you take like 4 hours? Yes. Birdman. Oh, but now you're here. What do you call a fast zombie? Gremlin gay. KWTF. Yes. Oh, zombie. Birdman. Haha, someone who understood. I love you. Friend. Rolling on the floor laughing. BZ. Oh, I now get it, a zombie because it's fast. Pew pew ms. Yes. IGTG, I wanna dye my hair now. IDC, if it'll be up until 1 a.m. I'm doing it. Gremlin gay. As you should. We're not sane. 2:42 a.m. Wednesday. Yes. / chaos has attached one image. It showed someone stood in the mirror sticking their middle finger up. They had a face mask on and sunglasses which were really dark so you couldn't really see them. Birdman. Purpley. Yes. Yeah. Oop GTG again. Chaos has logged off. Izuku actually finished their hair an hour ago, but they had to change their theme on their vigilante costume as it used to be white as that was what their hair was turning into, but now it's purple, so the costume is purple. They were sat on the edge of a building holding a coffee for a certain quirk erasing hero. Hello eraser, no need to stand there, I've got your favorite. Izuku, well Evergreen, said, turning their head to face a man in all black and yellow goggles. Oh, it's you. Sorry, I didn't realize Evergreen due to the purple changing it up. Yeah, my favorite color changed, so purple it is. Evergreen said, their mask making a smile as they were smiling too. Their goggles were pushed up onto his head. Inside, Aizawa wanted to scream that he hates the goddamn voice changer. They have the contacts for the mask they wear. He just wants to help his kid. It's obvious he's 16 at best. So, did Nedzu end up creating another group chat? Evergreen questioned Eraser, who was sipping on his coffee. Yeah, added this kid though. They go through Chaos. Ah yeah, Chaos, good friend of mine. F, you know them? Yeah, work at the cafe. Right? Aizawa nodded. He knew about this cafe, always have. Izuku knew he needed to go meet with Dabi at this point. They meet every Wednesday at the cafe at like 3. Well Eraser, I really should be off, gotta meet with someone, and have a good rest of your night. Izuku said to the man who nodded. So Izuku climbed down the fire escape of the building and walked down to the shady part of town to meet with Dabi. Oh Dabi, Izuku called. Dabi looked over at him from where he was standing outside before grinning. Izuku remembered this week? He questioned Izuku, who glared at him. Shut the F up, we don't mention it. Yeah, I know here. Dabi said, passing Izuku a notebook which he flipped through. My life savior, you got some info on Kimiko I couldn't get, thanks. Izuku thanked Dabi before putting it into his pocket. So how's things been with school and stuff? Fine, apart from the fact I've been added to a group chat with pro heroes and I'm panicking because I know Eraser is in it and I don't want to be found out. Dabi stared at Izuku before wincing. I'm going to admit it, I'm certain Nedzu emailed me the name was a mouse, a dog, and a bear. Dabi said. Izuku sighed. I'll await your joining, won't be surprised for you to be added tomorrow or something. Now I'm actually going home because of school. Izuku explained and Dabi nodded. Yeah, get your butt to bed. Izuku glared at him and stuck his middle finger up before walking home. He of course hasn't got the mask on anymore. Thursday 10:15 a.m. I am God added 194 to the chat. Kaste/e. Bro, I told you'd be added soon. Chaos changed 194 nickname to. Why aren't you in class? Kaste/e. I might have left school as they tried giving me a detention for my hair again. Dumb ASF. Dabs goat the burnt one. For your hair? That's a dumb but reason to get a detention. Kaste/e. That's what I FING said. Gremlin man. For you. Dabs goat the burnt one. Oh right, Dabi aka Tuya Todoroki, eldest son of Endeavor. Burning trash alive. Tuya? Are you at the cafe right now? Dabs goat the burnt one. Yeah, Evergreen just showed up, I wonder if he's sane most of the time. Gremlin man. Evergreen? Dabs goat the burnt one. Yeah, he helps around here a lot. Bro, what the F? Hold on, he'll be right back. Loudly crying face. 10:45. Dabs goat the burnt one. This kid is not sane. // Dabs goat the burnt one has attached a video of a kid with bunny ears whose face is blurred out and they are eating icing in front of a laptop. You know, I swear I'm literally so gay I should make my ears rain. Are you recording me? Before the phone was smacked and landed on the floor, before two sets of laughter echoes in the room, before someone with purple eyes turned the video off. / MCCS. Buzz, that's amazing. What? Gremlin man. That's him all right. Birdman. Why is he eating icing? Dabs goat the burnt one. He didn't want anything else and just stole the icing jar. He says he will buy another one when they go out. His eyes are purple. Show, I thought you said they were blue. Gremlin gay. He wears contacts. Zashi, I've said this before. I love icing too, bro. WTF, tell him we must meet up. Dabs goat the burnt one. We'll do chaos. Flaming the trash alive. You know chaos IRL? Dabs goat the burnt one. Yeah, chaos literally helps here too, but at night most of the time they are here much. Birdman. Jealous you get to see what he looks like before us. Dabs goat the burnt one. I've known Evergreen since he started out as a vigilante, and Chaos we met in a mall. He stitched me up when someone cut my arm open really badly. I got it checked with a doctor after, but Chaos did that for me. Flaming trash alive. Makes sense? Yes. At Gremlinman hello Eraserhead. At Screm hello present Mike. Gremlin man. No thank you already? Cassie/they. I guess Screm was present Mike because one, he has announced on his radio show that he had a husband and has the nickname Zashi, and his nickname for the husband is Show has let us know they know Evergreen personally, and I'm close to Evergreen, who has said they are close with one pro hero, and that is Eraserhead. Pew pew ms. I'm scared that you figured that out just from that information. Cassie/they. Chaos, you sneaky little sheet. Dabi laughed as they opened the jar of icing again. I know anyways you should open the cafe. I'll come out and help in a sec. I wanna add this to my homework before I forget. ADHD and sheet. K, thanks, by the way, you don't need to help around here. You should have stayed in school. Dabi sighed. They put me in detention. I already know everything. I literally am so tempted to just leave school and finish my college studies. Then do that, you'll have more free time. Yeah, then what do I do in the day? Izuku, am putting it out there, you can get longer shifts so you can get out of that shitty apartment. You've lived there all your life. You should look into getting somewhere better. You have a cat, you'll have more time to bond with her. You can help around here more. You get more time to live your life. I've been talking to you about this for so long at this point, man. You can train, get into general education and hopefully into the hero course through Gen Ed. When it gets to the point you can go to high school, it would be worth it. I think it dabs. I might just do that, then I don't need to worry about sewing my uniform or bullies. Exactly. 2:30 p.m. Dabs goat the burnt one. Look who's just arrived. / Dabs goat the burnt one attached an image of a purple-haired child flipping off the camera, the hand covering his face. He had rings on and 2 bracelets on, one the color order of the non-binary flag and another the trans flag. He had a black tank top on. 2 / Birdman. I sings tell him we said hi. Just. I'm literally in the chat, dumbass. Hello Hawks. Birdman. I wanna come to this cafe. Just. No middle finger. Birdman. Loudly crying face. Dabs goat the burnt one. Heroes aren't allowed here for many reasons. 1, because Evergreen and Chaos deserve privacy on what they look like. Good. Understandable. Birdman. Yeah, I get that they deserve privacy. Gremlin gay. Wait, you know what Evergreen looks like? Dabs goat the burnt one. Yeah, he didn't have a mask at the start, so it was accidental. Gremlin gay. I'm not jealous. Friend. You totally are. Kisses make it better. Anyways, Chaos, which of us do you know by now? Cassie / the burning trash alive is Endeavor. Birdman is Hawks. Dabs goat the burnt one is Dobby, obviously. Gremlin gay is Eraserhead. Screm is Present Mike. I build robots for some reason, that's my name. Is Power Loader, that's all I know, and I have ideas but not really. Kiss make it better. Okay, I gotta go now, bye you fuckers. Chaos is logged off. Izuku watched Nedzu walk into the cafe. It was about 5 p.m. at this point. Nedzu? Whatcha doing here? I got bored back at UA cameras and stuff on my phone. Nedzu replied. Want tea? Dobby questioned from where he was putting out some rice cakes. Yes please. What type? I don't mind, I drink whatever, Nedzu said while sitting at one of the tables. Chaos, can you pass me that? Dobby questioned, pointing to the teacup. Nedzu pressed record on his phone. He likes to record things to remember them. He forgets things like this a lot. Izuku stared at it. Took. Dobby put out his hand, but Izuku ran. Oh no, you fucked, don't Chaos give me that. Dobby shouted, running after him. Never F you. W the why? Because you didn't say please, so you're not getting it. Bro, I paid for them, come on. Izuku narrowed his eyes, staring up at Dobby before jumping onto one of the tables. He wasn't wearing shoes, by the way. Get your feet off my table, I cleaned those. Never. He jumped off the table and ran behind the counter. Nedzu was trying not to cackle. This was amusing, and they will be sending it in the group chat. Come on. Izuku glared at Dobby. If I give it to you, I get to make cat-shaped rice cakes, Izuku said, hanging out with the cup in. You can make cat-shaped rice cakes, Chaos. Dobby sighed, taking the cup. Izuku smirked, and he looked at Nedzu. Are you filming us? Nedzu started laughing along with others in the cafe while Dobby and Izuku both were staring at the camera, not realizing it turned off a bit ago. Murder, Izuku mouthed to Dobby, who shook his head. Izuku glared. BZZRTTD message alert, answer before murder. In the voice of Izuku Midoriya from his phone, Izuku took it out and Dobby did the same. Question, why are your notifications? We don't talk about it. 5:30 p.m. I am God. I love this cafe. / I am God. Attached a video. It was a long one. It was the scene above. I don't want to write it skull and crossbones, but Izuku's face was blurred. Nedzu has his phone set to blur faces of people of his choice, and Izuku is one of them. / Birdman. Gremlin man. I'm so CC. I can't, rolling on the floor laughing. You guys are literally insane. Chaos also be living up to the name. Burning the trash alive. WTF to you, why are you like this? Dabs goat the burnt one. Chaos has been in my life and corrupted me, blame him. Demon, you too, face with rolling eyes. Dabs goat the burnt one. And oh, I'm sorry, you're making cat-shaped rice cakes for me anyway. Gremlin gay. What? I want cat-shaped rice cakes. Can I make panda ones too? Pleading face. Dabs goat the burnt one. Fussy slash that. Yeah. Do you even know how to make panda and cat rice cakes? Yet mom used to make them before. The ADHD diagnoses and the other thing. Oh, your mum is this, no offense. It's fine. Izuku replied with a shrug, walking over to Nedzu, putting the tea down along with someone's rice cake and coffee they ordered. Dabs, can I go set up the music? Dabi nodded and Izuku left into the break room and set up the speaker to play the playlist everyone in the cafe gets access to and can put songs in it. Nedzu sipped on his tea while watching people around the cafe. Many had mutant quirks. There was a man with blue hair. He had streaks of white which showed signs of stress. He was sitting in the corner with a coffee and he was playing on what looks like a Nintendo SW. Concerning. So Nedzu, what did you come here? I was bored, but why aren't heroes allowed here again? Mostly villains and vigilantes alike come here as it's a shady part of town and we don't want them getting arrested for finding somewhere they feel safe. I'm not saying villains are in the right for what they do, but they are really FNG misunderstood. They deserve one place where they know heroes won't try attack or kill them. Vigilantes are in the same place. This is also one of the only cafes in the whole of Japan which accept the quirkless, so villains, vigilantes, quirkless, and troubled kids come. Here, most of the stuff we sell here aren't cheap for them. If you have a quirkless shoe or a weak quirk / villainous one, as you have to ID to get into somewhere. Now here it's the same. If you're a hero, a popular one, you will be immediately declined access. Anyone else will not, so we make everything we sell cheaper, and on the weekends everything is practically free. Izuku said with a shrug. Dabi called him other, so he jumped out of his seat and jumped the counter, making Dabi sigh. You gotta stop jumping over the counter one day. I swear you're going to really injure yourself. So, go give this to the blonde-haired girl with the book and 2 messy buns. She has a blood quirk, so I mixed 2 blood packets into her tea. Izuku nodded and walked round the counter and put the cup in front of her. It's not safe for you to not have blood daily, by the way, so please come here and we will give them to you for free. You will end up killing for blood if you don't, and we really don't want that happening. Himiko Toga. She squealed, sipping on the tea and sighing. Okay, Toga, just please come here daily for the blood your system needs. Your quirk can quite literally take control of your body if you don't get blood in your system. She nodded and Izuku walked back behind the counter. She's going to come daily for it, Dabi nodded. Tea is always free here as that's where they mix in things people need for their quirks. If they want to pay, they can do many things. It was about 9:30 p.m. Nedzu left the cafe about 2 hours ago and Izuku flipped the sign to closed and he went behind the counter to make coffee. Dabi filmed him as soon as he walked behind, cause whenever Izuku closes the cafe with him, he makes the death drink and he needs to show the GC. You making the drink which I swear made me see God? Dabi questioned him and Izuku turned around. Yeah, I am. I should have left you on the street corner. But you didn't. He yelled while pouring a 2-shot espresso into 2 coffee cups. So coffee. Dabi flipped the camera accidentally to show his horrified expression. He looked down and stared before dipping it again to show Izuku pouring a Red Bull and Monster into each, so there was 2 coffees, both with the same amount of caffeine. Okay, this is worse than usual. You're not up, what? Izuku chugged one before chugging the other. Dabi swore the kid was vibrating. You're fucking vibrating, what the F dash dot? I'm fast AF dash dot. He started running around the cafe. The phone was shaking while the kid was running. No, you're not, you need to calm down. Dabi yelled, putting the phone down on the wall, forgetting he was filming, and he was chasing the kid who jumped on a table in perfect view of the camera vibrating. Dabu, I have a surprise up my sleeve, Izuku said in his usual monotone voice. Is it a snake? And oh, it a gun beach. Izuku shoots Dabi in the leg without any hesitation. It was an airsoft bullet. Dabi fell to the ground in a cry of pain. Defenji weak, it's airsoft. That hurt you, BSTRD. Like when I kicked your dad in the shins because he set me off when I was younger. Izuku shrugged before seeing the phone. Dabi, are you recording us? Wait, what? Izuku jumped off the table, walking behind the camera, and he stared at the phone before picking it up. You are, he shouted, turning it off. Whoops. Dumb butt. Izuku said, rolling his eyes, throwing it at Dabi, who caught it checking the video. Yeah, in back view everything gets blurred cause he broke his camera and sent it to the GC. B's is your TTD message alert answer before murder. Izuku pulled out his phone to see a message from the GC. He sighed. Dabs, goat the burnt one. Caffeine addiction TF? He needs help. // dabs goat the burnt one attached a video / Burnt. Brew what did he just drink? Gremlin gay. Notice 2-shot espresso Red Bull and Monster. So, show you to know. Gremlin gay. Noticed okay I can't drink that. Burning trash alive. You kicked me in the shins when you were a kid? F. Yeah, did you set me off with the flames so I kicked you in spite Natsuo slipped candy into my pockets tell him thank you. Burning trash alive. I had a bruise for a week from a child you were a tall kid. F. Stopped growing after that person shrugging. Burning trash alive. Short but also I'm sending this to your siblings Tuya Shoto will love it. Dabs goat the burnt one. F. Skull and crossbones goat frog face skunk sparkles mouth smiling face with hearts off Yuka's heavy heart exclamation helicopter roller coaster. MCCS it why you send these random emojis but okay loudly crying face. The Todoroki family I don't want to be here middle finger. Burning hero. / burning hero has attached a video / The smart sister I hate you. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Dad WTF? Not quirky crying face. Why is Tuya being shot? Why did that purple-haired person drinking that much caffeine? Is this the cafe? Who is the purple-haired person? I am the favorite Sparkles. No, imagine getting shot. Ice mom I don't want to be here. Is the purple-haired person okay? They were vibrating. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Yeah they are fine he's had a long day and doesn't sleep plus they do this a lot. Ice mommy don't want to be here. Not quirky crying face. Tell him that I love them and I hope he enjoyed the candy. I made sure to add lollipops in case they didn't like the other ones. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. He said thank you and they liked them all but the caramels. Not quirky crying face. Awesome. I am the favorite Sparkles. I want to meet the purple-haired person. Not quirky crying face. Same anyone who shoots Tuya and has a caffeine addiction is in my good book. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Emotional damage. I've been hanging out with Chaos and Evergreen too much. Tell Natsuo and Shoto that they can meet me as long as they don't show Endeavor what I look like. Izuku whispered while whipping down the tables. Dabi nodded. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Chaos said you too can meet him but you can't record or take photos until he makes your phone blur their face permanently until he changes it. I am the favorite Sparkles and not quirky crying face. Not quirky. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Over the weekend? The two of them. Ya okay at the cafe? The burning vigilante. I am the favorite Sparkles. We have 2 days thanks. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. The keyboard smash skull and crossbones. Ice mommy don't want to be here. Tuya, shouldn't you help them clean the cafe? The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Sheet. Yeah you get your butt up and help me. Izuku yelled from where he was still vibrating so he was cleaning 10x faster than a normal human. Sorry. Tuya sickered. So what you thinking about leaving middle school then Zuku? Dabi questioned from where he was collecting glasses on tables Izuku hasn't got to yet. I think I'll turn up tomorrow for the last day so I can have a good but walk out the school before sorting out the form to leave with Inko's signature. Awesome. You gonna text the GC? What that I've left college? Yes because Evergreen is in college if I leave they can't pace it together man shrugging. True now you should get home I'll finish cleaning you've got a leaving walk to make. Yes. Izuku yelled before staring at Dabi, you sure you want to clean on your own? Yes kid you go home you need to get out your binder, anyway don't you dare run if I find out you did I will fight you. How about I change out of it here and I can steal your hoodie? Dabi stared at Izuku before taking his hoodie off and handing it to him. Which I'm gonna change before I end up having no ribs and no chance of top surgery in the future. Dabi knew if this was messaging he would have added the skull emoji at the end. Thanks Dabs, Izuku said when he was putting clean glasses away, he still needed to wipe the main counter down and clean plates. You're welcome kid, remember don't wear the binder over the weekend you need breaks and you don't need to show up here tomorrow if you don't want to. Izuku nodded high-fiving Dabi before leaving the cafe and set off home. Izuku had known it was going to be a bad day. He mostly skipped yesterday because of the detention, but cramps were also being a total piece of shit today wasn't as bad, but everything else was the feeling of clothes on his skin just made him want to scream and cry. The journey to school was even worse. The talking, the chewing of food, the feeling of the train on the rails, the goddamn FNG lights made him almost cry. Instead he started bounce his foot while chewing on the sleeve on his Gakuren meni. Told their eyes at him they went to see what's up before seeing their shoes before walking away with a scoff. His dysphoria was ridiculously bad today too. He doubted he would be helping with the cafe at all today. He wants to lock himself in his apartment under his blankets with the stuffies and gremlin if she wants to join, but he doubts she will. They aren't bonded much as he's been busy recently and he feels shit about it. Like really bad. The first class he was assigned a detention after school for being a second late, which many laughed at while Bakugo glared at him like usual. He just walked to his seat in the back right corner, bouncing his leg throughout the class. He could hear whispers he wish he didn't to anyone. This was look and sound like a normal place, a quiet room, but to Izuku the room was loud. He could hear the buzz from the lights, the buzz from where the teacher is charging his laptop, the faint crackle of Bakugo's quirk. As he was using it to show off, making many gasp, he could hear the scarp of chairs when someone stood up to ask to go to the bathroom, the sound of pencils writing down in the exam. One of Bakugo's friends had finished before him. He would have ages ago if it wasn't for the way he could smell, hear, taste things he wishes he didn't. They spoke right in front of him. He could hear someone chewing on the metal eraser bit, making him tap his foot and trace unnatural patterns into his thigh while trying to write down the answer to the last question as his hand was shaking while he tapped into his thigh and bounced his leg. He wanted to cry, he wanted to scream. Just let him leave this overally crowded room, let the day be over. Izuku chewed his left sleeve while writing down the answer. He was still tapping his foot on the floor while doing the patterns on his thigh. Look, Deku is doing again. What a freak of ounce, can't even do a quiz without getting like this. How thick can you be? The kid who could pull his eyeballs out of his head muttered while glaring at Izuku, who put his paper in the corner of his desk, tapping his foot, tracing patterns while shaking his hand. FNG freak. Another kid whispered. She's such a weirdo, I swear. FG along with being geneless? The bell rang signaling the end of the day. Izuku was planning on a walk out of the school, but he really just wants to get home, so he ran out the class not caring that they were not dismissed, climbed the gates and sat on the benches a bit from the school. 4:40 p.m. You were gay and proud here. Evergreen/chaos pouting face. They slashed them. Hey Dabs, can you come pick me up? I can't do trains today. I will have a meltdown if I set foot on a train. Burnt man middle finger. F. Yeah, hold on, where are you? Evergreen/chaos pouting face. They slashed them. I'm near the school. Would it be easier to be near the station? Burnt man middle finger. No, it's fine. I had a feeling it was going to be a bad day. Evergreen/chaos pouting face. They slashed them. Deku, Bakugo yelled and Izuku stared at him. Who do you think you were storming out like that? You think you're better than me? No, I don't. Just leave me alone, Bakugo. I can't. Bakugo stared at him. What did you just call me? Bakugo, you don't like Kaken? Don't call me Bakugo again. Just F off. Izuku yelled. Bakugo flinched back. I swear to God, if you're in my face still in the next 10 minutes, I will commit a murder, Bakugo stated before walking down the street. Izuku started biting his arm in anger, not wanting to scream while he rocked in the spit. Dabi just pulled up without Izuku noticing. He saw him and winced. He sat next to the kid on the bench waiting for the moment he starts to calm down. To Izuku it felt like hours before his vision started to blur, but in reality it was only 10 minutes. Zuku, are you okay with getting into the car which I did not steal from my old man? It will be better than being out there. I won't leave until you calm down fully. I just think it would be better than out here in front of everyone. Izuku nodded, pulling off his arm. He didn't break any skin, but the two knew there would be a bruise forming there in the next few hours, and Dabi stood up. Izuku following. His eyes were red, showing he had also been crying. Dabi opened the back door on the car. Izuku climbed inside. Dabi shut the door and climbed into the driver's side. He was glad he parked in a spot where you can park, cause the kid was still rocking, but he wasn't biting his arm anymore, just flapping his arms while he rocked. Dabi waited patiently for him to calm down. He's dealt with his younger brother's meltdowns and many of Izuku's to know being patient with the person will help more than touching them. Some actually like being touched. Shoto and Izuku are not one of those people. You touch them and they will fight you. Izuku calmed down in the end and Dabi dimmed the lights, and that helped a lot more. By the way, I stopped a murder today. Dobby stared at him for a second. That's the first thing he said? How? Self-control. Dobby snorted. Let me guess, Bakugu? Correct. Okay, strap yourself in. Want me to drop you off at your apartment? Izuku nodded. Dobby nodded back and started the car. When did you learn to drive? Never. Obviously. Izuku muttered as they went up the stairs. Izuku unlocked the apartment door. Dobby watched how Gremlin started to walk round Izuku's feet as he high-fived Dobby as goodbye. Have a good night, kid. Give me a call if it gets worse again. Will do, thanks, Dabs. Izuku whispered. Dobby smiled and walked away, shutting the apartment door, putting food on a Gremlin's plate. He immediately started eating. Izuku walked down to his bedroom, got changed and wrapped himself under all the blankets and stuffies. Izuku awoke at 9 that night and sighed, climbed out of bed sighing when everything is less you know bad, but it was still bad, and walked into the kitchen and grabbed a ramen cup before walking back to his room. Gremlin was following and laid next to him on his bed as he ate the uncooked ramen while opening his phone. Burnt man middle finger. You doing okay now, Izuku? Evergreen/chaos pouting face. They slashed them. Yeah, better than I did. It's still bad. Burnt man middle finger. Nice BW the GC. Just trying to see where you are. Izuku snorted before suching chats. Burntman. But shoulda we didn't get one message from them. Gremlinman. They might just be busy with school. Burntman. What if they are not? MCCS. I'm pretty sure Dobby would tell us. Dabs goat the burnt one. Demon right, I would. I'm not saying what happened. They are fine and safe. How can we trust you? Chaos. They slashed them. Fine losers, just had a sheet day, got home past the F, out eating uncooked ramen. Birdman. I physically don't believe you eat that raw. Chaos. They slashed them. Burning trash alive. Eating uncooked ramen must be really bad for your teeth. Blood god. That's what I was thinking. Chaos. They slashed them. / chaos has attached one video. It showed a purple-haired kid. They had a cat next to them and a packet of ramen. The kid bit right into the noodles and started chewing on it before swallowing and sticking his finger up at the camera. In the end / Birdman. WTF. Gremlin man. I want uncooked ramen now. So. Show no, you can't eat that and jelly packets. Gremlin gay. They are very good meals. Scram and kiss make it better. They're not. Chaos. They slash them. WTF is wrong with eating uncooked ramen and jelly packets. They are the summary of pretty much my meals when I don't want to cook. F. That reminds me I missed work. Loudly crying face. Gremlin gay. Why'd you miss work? Chaos. They slash them. Just quit school, had a meltdown. Lights loud, people loud, everything bright and loud, so I got home and passed TF out. Gremlin gay. You quit school? But. Chaos. They slash them. I knew the material. The teachers hated me. They gave me a detention for being a second late. They used to let people beat the shit out of me and didn't give a F. I think I have a valid reason to quit. Gremlin gay. Yes you do. Chaos. They slash them. Anyways, Endeavor ask Natsuo and Shoto if they are cool with meeting around 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, as I know Tuya is at work. Arn. Burning trash alive. 1 second. Birdman. They get to meet you before US? Chaos. They slash them. You guys are pro heroes. I'm a hacker, a famous one at that. I don't feel like getting arrested for hacking into the hero Kamaisen and FNG up their files, revealing pro heroes out all over Japan. Hawks finding out his real name and Sheetam not feeling it. Birdman. That was you. I love you. Chaos. They slash them. Good. I'm scared to go on TikTok cause of those duck videos. Gremlin is sat on my chest right now and I'm scared to wake her. Dabs goat the burnt one. That reminds me, did you take your binder off? Chaos. They slash them. Kind of hard not to when you're shedding a organ to ya. I'm on the verge of unliving him in so much pain. Dabs goat the burnt one. Gremlin gay. You okay, kid? Chaos. They slash them. Fine, just set off about the fact my body is like, I'm gonna cause you pain cause you don't want a child. Birdman. Nah, but effer, just because I don't want a kid didn't mean when I was in school that it was okay to make me FING go through pain. Chaos. They slash them. Seriously, like, I don't need you, I don't want children. F off. MCCS. Skull grinning squinting face. Why are you guys like this? Chaos. They slash them. I'm mentally ill. MCCS. Simi. Chaos. They slash them. So. Burning trash alive. Yeah, Chaos. They can know exact time but they'll try before too. Chaos. They slash them. Chaos changed burning trash alive. Username to the burning torch, laughing face. The burning torch laughing face. Better than the old one it. Chaos they slash them. Okay, but genuinely who here has ADHD autism or essence I need to find my buddies? Gremlin gay. Pistic here. Friend. Dyslexic and ADHD here. Birdman. Eder. W. I am not but my younger brother Shoto is autistic. Chaos they slash them. Adder. Gremlin gay. You're not autistic astonished face I swear when I met you I felt like you were. Chaos they slash them. I mean I might be but I want to live in denial grinning face with sweat. Gremlin gay. Yes I lived in denial before Hizashi practically forced me to get a diagnosis. So, you needed one middle finger it helped with your mental health in high school. Gremlin gay. I know grinning face. Chaos they slash them. Okay I genuinely think I should try get more sleep now loudly crying face. Gremlin gay. Yes go FNG sleep. Chaos has disconnected. 2 a.m. Saturday. Chaos they slash them. Y'all ever wake up in the night from nightmares which makes you realize how terrified you were of someone you saw as a brother? Gremlin gay. Kid are you okay? Chaos they slash them. I'm completely fine. I left the school I went to with him and I don't want to have any interference with him again. I'm fine. Chaos has disconnected. Izuka knew he wasn't fine. He realized about a week ago he's completely deaf in his right ear and the area surrounding his ear was burnt. Even his actual ear has burns on it and his left also has burns but not as bad so he's not completely deaf but it gets annoying when he can't always hear people. If it wasn't for the fact he trained himself to hear more clearer when he was younger he probably would struggle even more. 11:05. Friend. I hate having to wear hearing aids to hear properly cries it's been like it since I was 7 I don't remember not having to wear them. The burning torch, laughing face. I wasn't aware you needed them. Did something happen due to your quirk? Friend. Yeah, destroyed my parents' eardrums then accidentally destroyed mine is the hospital at 7. Tessie/him. I feel you man/Jen. Birdman. Do you have hearing problems? Chow she/him. Gremlin gay. How did you lose your hearing? Chow she/him. Someone in my classes they have a loud quirk kinda annoying as it could have been prevented if it wasn't for my tenders. Gremlinman. WTF happened to your spelling there and shouldn't they have control over that now? Tessie/him. Sorry for typing, then I walked into a wall and smashed my bowl. I just made food and now it's on my floor. I'm gonna be back in a second. BD. MCCS. DMN imagine. Dabs goat the burnt one. Friend. I've done that too many times to count DW we can share issues skull and crossbones. The star of the chat. I'm so concerned for the cat Aaron. Blood King. I don't like cats but don't let it eat anything you spilled. Gremlin gay. Tessie/him. It's fine she was locked in my room it how the F. Though but yeah he has control over his quirk my hearing is sheet completely gone in my right ear then my left I can make out what you're saying in sheet but if you're far away I can't hear at all. Gremlin gay. If they have good control, why is your hearing bad then? I don't like what that implies kid. Pew pew is. Neither am concerned. Chow she/him. It's fine I'm used to it he just doesn't like me for some things I can't control. Dabs goat the burnt one. Is it due to the blonde kid? I am God. Blonde kid? Chaos is logged off. Dabs goat the burnt one. Well if, I'll see you at the cafe later kid. Izuku has turned off his phone cause he didn't feel like talking to them right that moment. Who does when you realized you just told them the fact you're being bullied without realizing it? He pulled on his shoes and walked into the kitchen grabbing a packet of noodles might as well eat on the way as he doesn't feel like making any more food after FNG crashing into a wall with his food. It was warm out today so no need for a jacket so he tucked his keys into his pocket and left his apartment getting glares from neighbors like usual. It's a daily thing. He walked past many alleyways on his walk to the shady part of town. He was getting weird looks that make sense though as he doesn't come here much as chaos more like getting changed a few hours after being evergreen. Izuku pulled out his phone to see it was 5-1 and sighed, opening the door to the cafe seeing Toga sat at one of the tables with couches. She was sitting with Tenko. It seemed she was watching him play on the SWs. She walked over to the couch they were sitting on. The Spotify playlist for the cafe was on. Faintly in the background too. Whatcha playing? It's an old before Quark era game Chaos Animal Crossing. I got it today, pretty boring but entertaining at the same time. He explained as Izuku nodded before looking at Toga. Have you had your supply of blood yet? No, I forgot. She said, rubbing her neck. Hold on, I'll go make you some. You sure? She questioned. Yeah, it's Saturday, everything is cheaper. Did you have some yesterday? She shook her head. Izuku sighed before standing up, looking around the room to see Dabi behind the counter already making coffee. He walked over. Yes, the coffee is for you. Toga needs tea with blood. She didn't arrive yesterday. How many do you think we need to mix in? Put 3, cause it's obvious she's not getting enough. Dabi nodded, putting the coffee to the side, and he went behind back to grab the blood sachets. Izuku walked behind the counter and grabbed a monster and poured it into the coffee, getting a weird look from Tenko, who was stood there. What? He questioned as he put another in. I'm concerned for your health, but I was wondering if I could get another coffee? On it. Izuku said, chugging another concerned look from Tenko before he started making the coffee while making tea too. Here's the blood. I'm gonna go meet Shudo and Natsuo quickly if that's cool with you. I don't trust this part of town with them alone. I know they know how to fight. I just want to make sure, Dabi said. Get your butt out of here and go get your younger brothers before I make you. Here's your coffee, Tenko. Thanks, Chaos. He muttered, putting money on the counter before walking back to the place he was sitting with Toga while Izuku was pouring the blood into the tea and walking over, placing it in front of Toga. Thank you, Chaos-kun, she said, smiling while sipping it. He could see almost instantly she relaxed, no longer being forced and like she's resisting the urge to hurt someone. Toga, I'm not joking with you. If you seriously don't get blood in your system daily, you will resort to murdering people, and I don't want that to happen to a teenager. You're really a sweet person, and I wouldn't want to see you on the news because you committed a murder due to the no control over your quirk. The less blood you drink, the less control you will get. She stared at HM, horrified. So was Tenko. So you're being serious? I could end up murdering without blood? She whispered. Yes, and you need to take it seriously. The bell rang above the door, and Izuku saw how Dabi and a white-haired boy just a little shorter than him and a red and white-haired boy who was taller than the both walk in. Io. The savior of the Todoroki family, I brought candy. Natsuo said, Shoto nodding. Dabi was obviously on the verge of laughing. Come on back, Toga, drink your tea, and if you want another, just ask tea if free. Izuku sighed, walking behind Dabi while Natsuo and Shoto followed them behind counter and through a door where it had couches, 2 computers, one split half and half with inside camera and outside one. The other has an open tab and it was a Spotify playlist. Izuku watched how Shoto and Natsuo dropped handfuls of candy on the table. Jesus fing Christ. Izuku said, surprised. Tell ya you're the savior they both were planning on if they met you again to give you so much candy. Yes, thank you, W. If I'm sold, I love you both. Izuku said before staring at Dabi, who stared back. What? What would you do if I said I signed the forms and I'm done with school? Also, you guys' phones might not work for about 20 minutes. Finally. Dabi shouted. Shoto snorted from where he was sat on the couch next to Natsuo. Izuku was sat in front of one of the computers. It seemed he was hacking into something. What are you doing? Shoto questioned, standing up and watching. Hacking into your phones. I know many like photos and to record things when I'm around, so I set it up so my face will be instantly blurred. Izuku explained. Natsuo stared at it while showing his phone. Why the F? Do you have Wattpad? I don't care, I don't want to know. Izuku muttered, going into Hus camera settings, somehow adding a new tap thing to it, adding blur faces and put a photo of what he looks like. That's done. He muttered while turning that one on. A few minutes later it showed Shudo's. Why the F? I don't care F that. He muttered again, also adding the setting and putting a photo before leaving the phone and putting it back to the Spotify playlist. Change your passcodes, they were very easy to guess. Izuku said, shrugging. Anyways, Chaos, can we get photos with you? I want to make the group chat. You and Tuya in jealous. Shudo and Natuso said almost at the same time. Yes. I'm gonna go back out front. See you guys when you come out. Tuya said, leaving the room. Shoto and Natuso both took a photo with him, surprised to see his face was instantly blurred. He sent it to Dabi. They stared at Chaos as his phone shouted BZZTTTT message alert, answer before murder. Why the effing hell is that your ringtone? Natuso whispered as Izuku sat between the two opening his phone to the GC. Dabs goat the burnt one. Jealous? / Dabs goat the burnt one attached one image. It showed a red and white haired kid doing a peace sign. On his back was a purpled haired kid sticking his middle finger up / Dabs goat the burnt one attached one image. It showed a white haired kid and a purple haired kid both sticking up their middle fingers out at the camera. The purple haired kid face was blurred in both / Birdman. CCS. I'm gonna commit a murder. Pew pew is. Farfar. BZ. Jealousy rises stares at gun / J. I own a gun but would never use it. Gremlin gay. You know dimmin' well we all are. Tessie / him. Skull and crossbones. I got so much candy from them I'm gonna have sugar rush. Gremlin gay. Your teeth are probably fed up from the uncooked ramen. Make them worse by eating it all in 20 minutes. I dare you. Kiss make it better. Do not do that. Chow she / him. I was dare Niffy Jis. The star of the chat. Are you good? Chow she / him. Chaos has eaten 20 pieces of candy since you sent that. He is vibrating. What have you done? Gremlin gay. Natsuo Todoroki. Chow she / him. Ignore him. He has not eaten that much. He ate 30. Shoto Todoroki. Gremlin gay. Bots Fujajig. He did not. Dabs goat the burnt one. He's a vibrating hobfen FIC. Izuku has eaten 30 pieces of candy in the span of 5 minutes. Shoto was recording him as he was chasing Dabi around the cafe cause he took some of the candy. The whole cafe was laughing except a man whose hair was like a bluish white color. No, stop chasing me, Chaos. No, don't go for the energy drinks either. But caffeine. I think the candy gave you that. You're literally vibrating. Calm down. Izuku was stood on the counter at this point. Okay, I'm begging you to calm down. The whole cafe was laughing at this point, even Shoto and Natsuo, whereas Izuku had shot Dabi in the shoulder and he fell to the ground grabbing his arm and Izuku jumped to the ground. Shoto moved forward and angled it over the counter to see Dabi grabbing his shoulder while Izuku held the Nerf gun to his head. Any last words? He demanded. Dabi stare at him. This, before he snatched the gun and jumped up as Izuku stared at his empty hand. My gun. Dabi ran with the gun while Izuku stared at him. You didn't think of me having multiple. He whipped out a second Nerf gun and Dab started. Oh sheet dash. Izuku pressed it and an airsoft bullet shot out straight into Dabi's chest who fell forward. I win. F dash. Gimme the candy back, Izuku said, pointing the gun to the man's head who was now on his. But never. Izuku stared at him before leaving. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Shoto moved back and he angled the phone to see Izuku grabbing a monster and 2 Red Bulls. You wouldn't. Dabi said, staring at the kid from across the room. But I would. He said, pouring them into a glass before chugging it. Many screamed yeah. Oh my effing god. Dabi sighed as the kid started vibrating again. I'm running off caffeine alone. I'm ready to fight God or become him. Izuku yelled. How the F would you become God if you don't believe in him? Dabi snorted. Izuku stared. Murder? No. You're not my effing dad. If I was your father I would cry. You're not sane at all. I saw you eat a rock after having a panic attack. Izuku stared at him. Wow, what a brother you are. We're not related. Yeah, you treat me like a sibling. I literally know who your crush is and they are literally in this room. Shut your mouth. You literally look like my left nut. You do that. Chaos, you don't even have nuts. Your transphobia in showing F often going to go salt my ADHD and depression, garnish it and eat it up stinky. Izuku said, walking behind Shoto and into the room. Dabi just slammed his head on the counter while the cafe where the laughing at him. Shoto sent it to the Todoroki family GC. The Todoroki family, I don't want to be here. 303. I am the favorite Sparkles. Is Chaos saying no? / I am the favorite Sparkles attached to video. It was the above put. Izuku's face was blurred out / Not quirky crying face. Skull face with tears of joy. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. The smart sis Terry hate you. Question, is he okay? Burning hero. That's what I would like to know. The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Chaos is fine, he was joking around. I'm gonna see if he will let me send it in the GC. Ice Momi don't want to be here. Yeah, he looked fine, he was laughing, but mentally? The burning vigilante kill me right he now. Don't ask me that question, he is not. We're not sane, especially Chaos and Dobby 322. Dabs goat the burnt one. Chaos needs help skull. / Dabs goat the burnt one attached a video / the Jesus FNG Christ. Gremlin gay. Yeah, we should both eat up our depression, I'm gonna go garnish mine. I am God. I think Chaos is really living up to his name. MCCS. Rolling on the floor laughing, 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 I love him WTF, but Dobby, are you okay? Dabs goat the burnt one. Imperfectly fine, but Chaos has had his candy revoked. Screm bloody king. Yeah, you should do that. Chow she / him. I can't believe that was all filmed anyways, I just got called gay by a Starbucks at I'm not even gay loudly crying face. Birdman. Nah, but same why we getting called gay for him bisexual not gay. Tessie / him. Anyways, I think I can say that I've had more caffeine rushes this week than I've seen my mom in the past 4 years, and that's saying something as I'm living in her apartment when I wasn't at school. Gremlin gay. I don't like what that implies, kid. Chow she / him. Neither do I, laughing face. Chaos, when exactly did you last see your mom? Dobby questioned, coming in with a water bottle, handing it to Izuku. About 4 years ago, last saw her when she last left rent money. You shrugged. I'm a legal adult. Tuya, it's fine. Yeah, I guess Toga wants you by the way. Izuku nodded and left the room. What up, Toga? I've been thinking about what you said. Is that why I get urges to bite people? Probably. Are you getting them now? Izuku questioned as she rubbed her neck and nodded. She'd okay, you're not drinking enough blood, Toga. I'm not gonna mix it into tea this time. If that's fine with you, it might take effect better if you just drink it out of the sachets, Izuku said, calling Dobby, who passed him too. Drink these, tell me if it has better effect, and we will put them on the side for you to drink, and in the tea we can go get more when we need to. She smiled, left cash on the counter, and walked back over to Tenko. Izuku saw how whenever Dobby was around, Tenko seemed to fake his focus more into the game. Toga drank from the sachets. They were like jelly pouches but blood and in a different type bag thing, and Izuku saw how her pupils faded to black instead of being red, and she looked even more relaxed. Seems his theory on her quirk is correct. She needs blood to survive, so raw meat would be good for her. Drinking blood as a snack or mixing it into her foods put usually blood quirks has this thing in their quirk factor making it so they can survive without the usual daily blood impact. It seems Toga here is missing that, meaning without blood she was have a survival nature up, making her need to drink blood. Why her fangs are more popped out. He noticed when they first met they were much longer and sharper, and now they've shrunk and look like normal teeth, apart from the fact they are just sharper than most. So did that help? Izuku questioned as she nodded. Inshim thought it would be okay. I'll write that down on your usual for you, so whenever you come in Dobby will supply you with it if I'm not here. She smiled. You know, Tenko, I never asked why you're always here first, here last to leave? I live round here and I feel safer here than I do anywhere else. It feels like I'm around people going through the same things I am, you know? Yeah, I do know, being a quirkless person and all society is shit for us. You shrugged. You're quirkless? Toga seemed surprised. You got a problem with it? No, I don't. Just surprised as you're not wearing red shoes. Izuku snorted. No, we don't have to wear those, only on public transport. Our shoes have our foot size on the bottom, though. Why do you think I don't wear shoes here? Mainly because I don't like shoes, but they leave imprints on the ground and I climb onto the counters a lot, as you've seen, so it just saves me from having to worry about mud getting on the counters. Izuku explained. I always thought you had an analysis quirk. No, I don't have one of those. I just have a hyperfixation in heroes and special interest in quirk science and hacking, but I'm gonna go see you too. They waved and watched him walking behind back. Dobby, Toga has to drink the blood sachets on their own as they help more. Izuku told him. Thought it would. Shoto finally spoke again. I never asked why you don't wear shoes here. You and Dobby both don't. They both looked down. That is true. I mean, as you've seen, I jump onto the counters and climb things. It saves us from worrying about mud and stuff. Dobby does the same, cause who the F acts professional? A cafe in a shady part of town, not us. Dobby nodded. Don't blame you. Okay, Chaos question. Shoto said, looking at him. He looked at him back. Are you autistic? A genuine question. Probably, but I want to live in denial. I wish I did but got diagnosed at 6. Shoto said while rolling his eyes. I was diagnosed with ADHD at 7. Izuku shrugged. Nice. Dabi. What? Dabi said, turning in his seat, beer in hand. It's 3. You know what, I don't care, can we leave? I'm bored here. Yeah, go on, Tenko helps around here a lot. Dabi shrugged while Izuku raised an eyebrow. Are you together? No, Izuku stared at him before shrugging. I'll figure it out one day. And Shim, do you two want to come or stay here? Well, I know didn't well I'm coming. Nature said. Dabi replied with, if Natsuo is going, Shoto is too, cause I'm not watching that demon. DMN okay. Izuku sighed, putting his shoes back on and walking out the room, Natsuo and Shoto following. Toga, I'm not going to be here, so if you need something ask Dabi or dearest Tenko here. Izuku said, smirking. Tenko looked away while Toga nodded. Bye, Chaos. Many shouted. Bye to you too. Izuku shouted back before leaving the cafe. So where? Do you plan on going? I don't know actually. Shoto snorted, which sounds like something he'd do. Wanna go commit vandalism on our dad's billboard to PSS him off. We love Dad, but his reactions are just appealing. Natsuo said, fake sighing. Yes, hold on. Izuku said, taking his bag off his back, rummaging through it, and pulling out 3 face masks. He threw them at the other 2. They grinned and ran to where the billboard is. Many don't come over to this area around this time, so they will either be caught, not be caught, and it's found later, or tomorrow. Why the F not risk it? Izuku threw them both a can, and he pulled out gloves and pressed down on his shoes and climbed onto the board. Holy F, Shoto said, shocked. I want to draw a D on his face. Izuku said to paint it on. I'm going to cry, that's just brilliant. Natsuo said, tears forming while he was writing on the bottom. D-face. Yes. Izuku yelled down from where he was, making the hair spiky at the top. Shoto stared at the board, thinking before he smirked and wrote. The trash but flaming, we love him. Wait, yes, Chaos draws a trash can. Chaos nodded and drew one. Wait, we're doing this in broad daylight. Izuku seemed to come to the realization. Yeah, oh shit. Natsuo said, also coming to the realization. You guys run to the cafe, il gets there, go. Izuku yelled down. The other 2 nodded and left the place. Izuku climbed to the top of the billboard. If you're wondering how he's climbing, he has these things in his shoes which make him stick to walls, and his gloves have the same thing. When he got on top of the board, he saw a building. He took off his gloves, pressed on his shoes, getting rid of the sticky grip, and jumped, landed in a crouch position before running to the edge of the building, staring at the alleyway. He saw a young girl cornered by a man in the alleyway. He also saw how there was a woman nearby screaming a young girl's name, and he saw how she looked at him. He mouthed to her, I'm gonna throw something, run as soon as you see glitter, trust me. She nodded, and Izuku opened his bag, throwing a glitter bomb down. The man stared at him and the bomb exploded, glitter going everywhere. The girl ran, glitter was covering her and tears were falling from her face, and she ran out the alleyway, and the woman looked at her and ran to her. He smiled, staring at the man throwing something which made the guy pass out before jumping across to the next building. He pulled up his hood in case of anything happening. He realized he has his evergreen mask on, but the one which covers his whole face, he doesn't wear that one much anymore. He keeps it in case. It seemed it was a good idea, as there was a certain bird on the roof. Evergreen. Hawks. You're gonna explain what you're doing in broad daylight? Covered in paint and glitter? It's a hard to explain. I didn't plan this out at all. Hawks, genuinely let me live. Evergreen, you know I can't just do that. You're a vigilante. I'm a hero. I've got to capture you. You know I'm not having that. The hero sent out feathers, capturing his wrists in them. Izuku stared at Hawks, who stared back, and Izuku reached down and bit straight into his arms. Hawks yelped, and the feathers flew away. Izuku threw a glitter bomb at Hawks before jumping into the past alleyway, taking off the mask and putting it in his bag, pulling off his shirt so he's only in his undershirt, and putting that into his bag too, so he's now in a tank top and shorts which go to his knees. He whistled while going down the street to leave the shady part of the town. Kid, I've got a question. Have you seen someone with a white hoodie on? And shorts covered in paint and a mask? And no, Hawks, sir, I haven't seen someone like that. I wish I had now though, but I took the wrong turn and realized too late, and I just figured out the way to leave. Sorry to keep you, kid, get home safe. Hawks flew off into the opposite direction. Izuku turned around and ran to the cafe, walking inside out of breath. Jesus Chaos, are you okay? Tuya shouted, walking over grabbing his shoulder. I'm fine. Jesus, never again. I am never vandalized something in daylight. Holy F, that was terrifying. He breathed. Shoto snorted. It was Natsuo idea. The older sibling eating soup glared. Demon calling me out. Yes. No, but genuinely I forgot I even had spray paint on me. Izuku said, sitting on the floor pulling his shoes. I fucking jumped off that billboard onto a building. Pretty sure I either stopped a RPE or kidnapping, then interacted with Hawks cause my dumb but forgot I had my evergreen mask on, jumped into a alleyway, had to take my hoodie off. He said, putting his shoes in the rack. Sir, why do you even take your shoes off? A young child with pink hair asked him. Because I don't like shoes and I jump around a lot, makes it safer for me. Genuinely, but I'm never doing that again. To Natsuo. You supplied us with the spray paint. What did you guys even do? Shoto pulled out his phone and showed the cafe. They all burst into a fit of giggles as you could see Izuku like a spider on the top with spray paint drawing a trash can on Endeavor's face was a D, and I think you get the idea. You look like a spider. Yes, that was the idea of my boots. It makes them think I have a spider quirk. Izuku snickered. Smart. Tenko approved. Izuku nodded while sitting on the counter. Hey, get your butt off my counter. Dabi complained. In your dash. BZDPT message Alit answer before murder. F, why is that tour ringtone still? Dabi said, shaking his hand. Cause it tells me to answer, dumbass. Izuku relieved his phone to the GC. We're all not sane, especially Chaos. Birdman. I almost FNG caught Evergreen. Sorry Eraser, I know you don't want me to, but I almost did. But he bit down on my FNG feathers and now my wings hurt. But there was this weird kid too, they reminded me of someone. I can't put it together though. Gremlin gay. WTF is Evergreen doing out in the day? Birdman. Vandalizing an Endeavor billboard with two others. / Birdman has attached one picture. It showed someone attached to a billboard of Endeavor. On his face was a D, and I think you get the idea. / Gremlin gay. Dumb but in the broad daylight? Birdman. Yeah, I think this confirms the sort of spider quirk theory though. Gremlin gay. Yeah, definitely, but who were the two others? Birdman. New vigilantes? Gremlin gay. I doubt they wouldn't be in daylight just yet. Evergreen has been before, not many times, but it's happened before. Maybe they're friends? Birdman. Could be. She/him. Oh, Evergreen is at the cafe Arin, that's why he's in broad daylight, can't take photos as he's maskless. Arin respecting privacy, and sheet, you should have left him alone. He wasn't planning on doing the vandalizing at all, it just came up, and yeah, those are his friends, not vigilantes. Gremlin gay. It's right, okay, yeah, respect his privacy. I'm still jealous though. She/him. You three, what was going through your heads to do that in broad daylight? Life who likes it is on the verge of quitting. No, you're not quitting life yet. Many agreements rang through the cafe. Fine, fine. Izuku said, sighing. Now seriously, get your butt off my counter. Izuku glared and jumped off. Is he like this all the time? Natsuo questioned, looking at Izuku, who sat under the counter staring at the TV on the wall. Oh yeah, since when did you watch the TV? Since now my head hurts. You should go in the back if that's how it is. Chaos. No, it's fine, I just feel sick. He said to Dabi, pulling his legs to his. Shoto sat next to Izuku on the ground, and that's when it left off in the cafe. We fight in sheet 7:02 p.m. She/him. Just got home and this is the first thing I see. / Chaos has attached one image. It shows a white cat hanging from a door which has a blurred out name they could see inside the room, and all over the floor was notebooks, pencils, school books, reading books, everything / Ignore my very messy room. I couldn't be asked to fix it after getting annoyed with the posters I tore off my wall in the night. Dabs goat the burnt one. Clean your FNG room and get the cat down, kid. Gremlin gay. What he said, get your room clean. Get a gremlin off the door too. She/him. I get her down when I've cleaned my room. She is not destroying my books. The star of the chat. Yeah, don't let her destroy the books. Birdman. I don't even want to know how the F your room is that messy kid. Chow she / him. I don't either. I remember tearing off posters but didn't remember the mess skull. The burning torch, laughing face. When did you last sleep before that? Chow she / him. SNDJ snooze. I don't know, I didn't count it, I'm not really a math guy. Gremlin gay. Question, is it insomnia? Chow she / him. Yes, sleep doesn't work most of the time. Gremlin gay. Same. So, Shoyuta, you don't sleep because you expelled all your students this year, so you sleep through the day. Gremlin gay. How dare you call me out? Chow she / him. Technically I can do that too now as I don't go school anymore. Dabs goat the burnt one. You're wrong as you have work tomorrow at 7:50. Chow she / him. The star. You should get some sleep. Chow she / him. No. Birdman. I am God. Chow she / him. Wait, what? Chaos had disconnected. Dabs goat the burnt one. He's going to figure out a way to get connection back. I am God. Sunday 2:09 a.m. Chaosy / him. I figured it out. If you guys all of you, I cried as I had like 20 of the duck videos I wanted datery it. There was one on a pole with money everywhere. WTF. Pew pew ms. What the f? Kiss make it better. You should get off your phone. Chaos, it's late. Chow she / him. Never sleep. Burning torch, laughing face. I just woke up in the night. Chaos, go to sleep. Chow she / him. Gremlin gay. Chaos, let's live our lives and jump out the windows and find each other and cause chaos in the night. Chow she / him. I wish I could, but I got a sleeping cat on my chest and I'm so happy. Gremlin gay. Chow she / him. / chaos has attached image. It showed someone neck down laid above a star-covered duvet. The person had Hawk's pajamas on and on their chest was a sleeping white cat / Birdman. Are you wearing my merch? Smiling face. Chow she / him. No, if you MCCS it. I'm gonna put it out there, I'm lesbian. Pretty much the whole chat. Benu. Chow she / him. I thought you were American. Birdman. Hishino. MCCS it. What? Gremlin gay. Nanshkin. Chow she / him. He was typing while jumping, wasn't he? Most likely. Gremlin gay. Don't type while jumping from a building. If it wasn't for my scarf, I'd be very much severely injured. Dabs goat the burnt one. Rolling on the floor laughing. Chow she / him. W, who uses that emoji anymore? FNG old people. Birdman. FR we're going back to Gen Z again, using skulls and crying emojis for laughing at these millennials. Chow she / him. Skull and crossbones, skull and crossbones, skull and crossbones, skull and crossbones, skull and crossbones. Gremlin man. I can't do this, I'm going to fall off a building again. Gremlin gay has logged off. Chow she / him. Yeah, I'm gonna try get more sleep. Chow she / him has logged off. Dabs goat the burnt one. I think we all know he isn't going to bed. Birdman. Yeah. Well, they weren't wrong, sort of. He was going to scroll and watch cat videos instead of doing his college work because of Gremlin being asleep on his chest. We're all not sane, especially Chaos. Sunday 5:02 p.m. Chow she / him. What would I do if I just ate an entire tub of glitter? Birdman. You did what? Chow she / him. I was looking through my desk drawers and saw a tub of glitter I was supposed to use for my art project, but I didn't do it, and I saw it sat on my desk. It had 2 different colors. I wanted to see if they tasted different. Disclaimer, they did not, but my mouth and throat now burn. Kiss make it better. I'm actually done. Don't eat glitter again. You'll probably be fine as it's only glitter and they aren't really harmful, sort of, but if you notice yourself feeling unwell or throwing up a lot, go to a hospital. Chow she / him. Yes ma'am. We're all not sane, especially Chaos. Friday 2:22 a.m. Chaos, they / them. You know what isn't stealing? Putting an extra bike lock on someone else's bike. It's terrifying. You can just buy these without an ID, but when I want to buy coffee I have to ID. I can just see an expensive bike and put a lock on it, never getting your bike back. Skull and crossbones, like you get asked for ID for FING paint now, but in one click from spending my savings on the giant baby Yoda and like 30 orange cones to make traffic go where I want. What you gonna do? Stop me while you're over here looking like my right. TVS the burnt one. How much sleep have you got in the last week? Chaos, they / them. It like 4? Birdman. When did you last sleep? Chaos they slash them. Oh Saturday. Pew pew amiss. It's Friday. Chaos they slash them. Exactly. Dabs goat the burnt one. Go to bed. Chaos they slash them. W no caffeine, I'm also out arn doing you no hoofdodgen bafdu. Gremlin gay. Kahoy's tayo at 9? Pew pew amiss. Chaos you good? Chaos they slash them. I knew what he said but yeah just fell off a building. Okay gotta go bye. Chaos has logged off. The star. I'm concerned and going back to sleep. Burning torch. Burning torch and 4 others logged off. Hello once again Eraser got ya favorite here. Evergreen said while holding a coffee cup, putting it next to the edge of the building where Aizawa sits, and Eraserhead walked over and sat next to him picking up the cup. Kid, where do you even get these coffees? I would like to be able to get one on my own during the day, Eraser questioned Evergreen full curiosity in his tone after sipping the coffee. Izuku of course makes it for him, adding a 1 shot of espresso and like a quarter of a Red Bull while they finishes the rest, cause if they put anything more Eraser would see God due to quirked people not being able to drink as much caffeine as quirkless people due to the fact they already have less sleep than quirkless children and adults. The Cafe Chaos has probably spoken to you about ID, rather you didn't come to it, as I don't cover my face there. Well I do, but Chaos doesn't an ID, rather they didn't get their face revealed, they deserve privacy Eraser. So do I, as I take my mask off sometimes too, can't always breathe in it. Izuku explained. It's fine, don't worry. Also I'm begging you don't drink the amount of caffeine Chaos does, you will see God it's a miracle they have not yet. Also I've got the information on that villain that makes people seem like they are high. I got hit with it a few days ago, made me want to figure it out cause that was not fun. Izuku said, handing Eraserhead a small carry-on notebook. It was one you put the pages into. When you're done I would like the cover back so you can keep the pages. I have the info on my phone in case he escapes or something, but that cover was expensive. Izuku said it wasn't a joke, it had lightning going across and down the cover and pictures of different heroes in front like Hawk's Endeavor Midnight Present. Mike Aizawa was surprised All Might wasn't on it. All Might Esikas, but so I got it custom made. That's why it was so expensive. It was totally worth it though, but I swear if I don't get this back I will actually burn your things that cost me like 1123 yen. I don't have money laying around to just spend the Eraser. Evergreen, I promise you I will make sure you get this back. If you meet me here tomorrow, I'll make sure you get it back. Aizawa said while getting up to throw the coffee cup in the trash. I believe you, but my promise is not a lie. I will do something to get you back, Izuku told him. I understand Evergreen, my patrol is over in like 5 minutes now, I'm gonna go and give this to now. Aizawa said. Izuku nodded and watched Aizawa show Yuta Eraserhead grab onto a building with his capture scarf and left. Izuku sighed, getting up and jumping down onto the building nearby before climbing down the escape route, walking across the dark street with only the street lights to give lightness to the street before climbing onto another building. As this side has buildings, he can actually jump onto another. He of course looked in the alleys before jumping across them. You never know what's going on inside them. It was good he did though, cause there was someone probably his age being cornered by a villain. It was one of the well-known female villains known by Kimiko. She was known for stabbing and cutting off the hands of her victims. He stared for a second at the person his age, was terrified. He could see the fear. Izuku pulled off their hoodie so they was in a long sleeve shirt before throwing their mask in the bag too. Before jumping down the building on the sidewalk, they watched as Kimiko pulled out a knife. As the kid backed even further into the corner, that's when they knew that they need to make theirself known. He didn't want this kid to die anytime soon. Please don't hurt me, I swear I'll give you money. I have a little sister, I can't leave her. Wait please don't H who hurt him. Izuku said while pulling through the anxiety of talking without his mask this time of night. He widened his eyes, quickened his breathing, their hands naturally shaking when he shouts. It reminds him of whenever Inko shouted at him for starting a fight in elementary when he didn't do anything. Kimiko's head twisted to stare at Izuku, her blue eyes glared at Izuku. Leave now child, you don't need to see this. Inside Izuku's head they wanted to scream in joy. Seems the makeup to look younger is working. They tried to make theirself look like what they did around their last year of elementary. Not much of a difference, but it works. No I can't, I don't want you to hurt them. Izuku's fake purple eyes filled with fake tears like they did when they were younger, always having to fake it. Kimiko glared at Izuku. I don't have time for you. You couldn't do anything even if you wanted to. she scoffed. Just go. The teen sounded so scared as they spoke, tears falling from pink eyes that just looked done and ready for whatever is going to happen to them. Listen to the other kid brat. Kimiko replied. Izuku sighed in disappointment. She used to be such a talented vigilante before she decided she wanted to be a villain. She used to leave scars on hands as a vigilante but now is removing the entire hand as a reward for the murder, but now it seems she wasn't as she just turned her back on Izuku, one of the most well-known vigilantes in Japan for the last 2 years. Izuku was insulted. How dumb can the person they used to work with be to turn their back? One valuable lesson: never turn your back on someone even if they don't look menacing. If they turn up out of nowhere, you never effing know what they were planning to do when they arrived. It could have been planned. They could know every single aspect of you, like Izuku knows Himiko's quirk is creating knives. They form out of her hand and destroyed itself after being used. Hey Kimiko, their scared and innocent act has vanished now. I thought I taught you to never turn your back to someone. Teased. Seems like you never learned from when you stared out. Izuku added before pulling out his gun. He shot her in the hand with the knife forming. She fell to the side in shock before staring at Izuku. What? Izuku stared at her before shooting her other hand. You brat, now how do I use my quirk? You don't, dumb butt. Izuku shrugged, walking over before putting his fingers in the wounds to cause her even more pain. She screamed, but Izuku had tapped her mouth shut after. No murder, Himiko, but if you're on the news dead, I will laugh. I taught you many valuable lessons. Lesson 1: never turn your back on someone unknown. Lesson 2: always have backup. Lesson 3: never effing turn into a villain. She stared at Izuku, seemingly having the realization Izuku had sighed when looking at the blood on his shirt now. I should have not done that. Izuku saw how the kid was staring at him in mixed awe and terrified. He also had a phone out. Are you calling the police or something? Izuku asked, walking over to the other teen. Yeah, I'm calling them. The kid muttered in panic. Any injuries? I'm fine apart from the fact I'm terrified you're going to do what you did to her. The teen said before shutting their mouth. No, it's fine. I'd be scared too. I'm just a vigilante, don't mind me, Izuku whispered before staring at the teen whose phone was ringing. Okay. The teen muttered before talking into the phone as Izuku tied something around the villain's hand, rope along with bandages, and Izuku pulled the tape of her mouth before they poured something into her mouth. If you don't swallow, I will shoot you again. Izuku snarled. She nodded and swallowed. Well, have a good night, quirkless, gotta run, be safe. Izuku said before leaving the alleyway. He heard sirens and he climbed the building, pulling on his hoodie, pressing down. The bunny ears popped out and he slid his mask on. He jumped across the alleyway. Watched how the teen is scooted into a police car, probably for questioning, and Himiko was put into another. He nodded and set off home. Saturday, 7:02 a.m. At Gremlin Gay. WTF did your child do? He made it onto the news publicly. He's supposed to not be known outside of heroes and vigilantes alike. I quote from a new article. Evergreen, a vigilante, finally defeated the villain, which is known for cutting a hand of her victims, saving a middle school student. They are safe and unharmed, thankfully, because of Evergreen coming in and stopping the villain. Gremlin Gay. I don't know, but I don't like how they are even more known now. Chaos, they slashed them. Good, that villain deserves it. Fucker didn't listen to any of the rules, Evergreen told her. Gremlin Gay. Oh dumb butt. Monday, 1:09 p.m. We're not sane, especially Chaos. Tessie/him. At Burning Torch, laughing face. Question: is Shoto sane? Because what is this? / Chaos has attached one video. It was a TikTok of someone with red and white hair. They were in a vegan teacher cosplay while in the shower eating lettuce with the weird song saying eat your vegetables / Burning Torch, laughing face. No, he is not sane. Dabs goat, the burnt one. Chaos, you're acting like you didn't do the same thing. It's just chilling in your drafts. Birdman. Skull and crossbones. Chow she/him. Bro didn't need to call me out. At least I wasn't getting laughed at for not knowing how to rob a store. Skull and crossbones. Dabs goat, the burnt one. I told you that in pure confidence. Chow she/him. Just like the fact I told you in pure confidence about my hate for the vegan teacher. WTF do you do? Expose me anyways. Y'all, I just bought this giant glass blue head thing and why, but it matches my collection of Gremlin Gay. Nah, but same, I got so much random shit in my apartment. Hisashi is concerned. Show Yuta, you're letting your urges to buy things you will never need take over. Stop. We do not need a Five Nights of Freddy poster. You don't even know what it is. Gremlin Gay. Homophobic. Friend. We're married. Chow she slash him. Y'all ever brush your hair then it pulls your hair so you start smacking the sheet out of yourself and now you're covered in bruises? The start. Chaos, did that happen to you? Chow she slash him. Alice NJJFBK new? It's a hypothetical question. Gremlin gay. Yes, I cut my eye open once. Chow she slash him. Skull and crossbones. Birdman. Bro, why y'all hitting yourselves over brushing your hair? Chow she slash him. 'Cause it funny grinning face. MCCS it. I'm concerned. Dabs goat the burnt one. Monday 10:03 p.m. We're not sane, especially chaos. Chow she slash him. Dabs, I love you so much I cry myself to sleep because you haven't spoken to me. Dabs goat the burnt one. What? Chow she slash him. Whenever I sheet PSS eat drink study I think about you, I look into the sky and be like reminds me of your eyes. Dabs goat the burnt one. What? Chow she slash him. Please love me back pleading face. Dabs goat the burnt one. I know. Chow she slash him. Sheet sorry it was a full moon, I didn't mean any of that. Birdman. Dabs goat the burnt one. Are you high or SM? Chow she slash him. No, I forgot to control the alpha hybrid, you just be looking SBMSSV and breedable, so I couldn't hold back the alpha urges. They have a thing for tall guys with black hair. The start. Honestly, is he high? 'Cause what the hell did I just read? Loudly crying face. Front. This just sounds like Shoyuta when he hasn't slept for over a week. Might be the autism or SH. Gremlin gay. I do not act like this. WTF crying face. The burning torch. Birdman. SBMSSV. And breedable. Dabs goat the burnt one. We was Alex my whittle chase chan where deserves my job as a swaswi wibble omega chan to swerve my supryweers. The burning torch. I'm so CC. You're on thin F ice you too, what the F? Birdman. There is no ice drown. Gremlin gay. My smile faded away. I am God. Please stop this, I'm gonna ban you too. B. I have never been affected by a villain as much as I have those two's relationship. WTF. I build robots for some reason, that is my name. I'm gonna Kim. Chow she slash him. Hee kitten, you are so naughty. Psies on foot to assert demps. Dabs goat the burnt one. Oo licks up while tail wags cutely. Chow she slash him. Good kitten, now get back on Discord. Smiling face with horns, smiling face with horns, smiling face with horns. Birdman. In gonna Kims, what the F is this? BZE. I need a written apology. I build robots for some reason, that is my name. This hurts, I'm gonna throw up. Friend. I already did. Aizawa punched me. Chow she slash him. I've not slept, but Dobby, why did you join in Skull and Crossbones? Dabs goat the burnt one. Genuinely loudly crying face. I just copy what you do. Burning torch, laughing face. Chaos, go to bed. Chow she slash him. You're not my dad. Burning torch, laughing face. F. NVM, I can't do anything even though I'm number 2 hero SMH. Chow she slash him. Oh, imagine working so hard to become a pro hero for a person to not listen to you, dumb but. Gremlin gay. Chaos, I swear Mike threw up on me because of you. I hate you slash J slash N. Chow she slash him. What if I was suicidal? What if that was my last straw? Dabs goat the burnt one. To change the subject, crying face. // has attached one video of a black-haired person doing a vegan teacher cosplay. Chow she slash him. Frowning face with open mouth. How the F did you get that? Pew pew miss. Exclamation mark warning, jump scare warning, exclamation mark warning. Birdman. Chaos Pookie, what the F is this? It's worse than Shoto's. Chow she slash him. I was hit by a quirk that made me high while I had caffeine in my system. I was preparing for shower to see makeup, then filmed that and found out the next day. I deleted it and recreated it, but it's in my drafts. How did Dobby get the first one? I am God. I sent it to him. Chow she slash him. But I am God. Chow she slash him. I'm going to jump out a window. I hate you guys. Gonna Camus BRB. Dabs goat the burnt one. Don't do that or I won't supply you with your shark videos and pictures daily. Chow she slash him. I changed my mind. Gremlin gay. Sharks? I love sharks. Dabs goat the burnt one. Oh, now you've done it, eraser. Gremlin. The start. Whatever he is typing is taking a while. Chow she/him. Sharks, I love them, I know so much about them. Organized Discord with the names I know and info I got about them. Like the basking shark is the second biggest fish in the world. The cookie cutter shark got itis name because it leaves a cookie-shaped bite in itis. Prey gray reef shark is one of the most common shark species. Hammerhead is found as coastal waters around the world. Megalodon is the largest shark to ever live. Megamouth swims with itis mouth open. To capture itis. Prey reef sharks can give birth without a male. Tiger shark is the fourth biggest species of shark in the world. There's 8 different groups of sharks. Dogfish sharks 132 types of sharks. Cow and frilled sharks 7 species. Saw sharks 8 species. Angel sharks 22 species. Bullhead sharks 10 species. Mackerel sharks, I don't know how many there are of these. Carpet sharks 45 species. Ground sharks 296 species, 55% of all sharks basically. There are 512 to 535 different sharks depending on who you ask. Many sharks have gone extinct and others and endangered. Sheet, sorry I'm rambling, I'll shut up now, it's weird. The start. No it's fine, show does it all the time. Gremlin gay. Note if I don't. Face with raised eyebrow. The start. Anyways, I'm tempted to create a quote book just for this GC. Dabs goat the burnt one. I have a pin board in the back room of my cafe where my favorite quotes are either chaos or evergreen. I have said my latest one from chaos was when we pretended they were called stare and Tenko asked, I stare, do you go up or down? They replied with, hi, I go everywhere. I'm also able to be eaten if you go the right direction. I was sobbing. Toga spat out blood. Someone was crying while laughing. A purple-haired teen spat out his coffee before bursting into laughter, and Tenko disintegrated his SW's Chui threw a funeral for it while Chaos and Tenko cried. Gremlin gay. Able to be eaten. Loudly crying face. Chow she/him. Am I wrong though? I'm just saying. Also Dobby, why you gotta call me out SMH? Dabs goat the burnt one. Chow she/him. Wait, hold on, I've been flirting with someone for the past year? Dabs goat the burnt one. What? MCCS it. Chow she/him. In this Discord server, me and this guy Purple Cat are admins and I met Purple Cat on the server when I was like 11, I think. Don't ask why we had Discord at that age. The server knew though, as most of us were under 13 anyway, so person shrugging. But like, me and Purple Cat are really close, and sheet we have video called while doing homework, or he's listened to me ramble about things I'm into at the moment while I allos listen to him ramble. But like, turns out for the past year we have been flirting. The whole server thought I knew, and oh the F, I didn't. Like, yeah, maybe I have a liking to him and knew sometimes I was, but to find out for the past year me and him have been flirting without me realizing is confusing me. Gremlin gay. Autism FR skull. MCCS it. For reminds me of Aizawa and Mike in their first year watching them flirt. Aizawa not realizing they were second year comes along they were dating. Weary cat face. Gremlin gay. Autism FR skull. Reply. Chow she/him. Let me live in denial ubsd. Gremlin gay. No sparkles. Chow she/him. I'm going to stab you in your sleep. Gremlin gay. Do it. Chow she/him. Denied. Rolling on the floor laughing. The start. I have a quote book now, a whole 2 pages are just things Chaos or Dobby have said and am concerned. Chow she/him. LOO at Dabs goat the burnt one. Get your butt online Arn before I'm starting to think you're getting laid or essing. Dabs goat the burnt one. No, I'm not getting laid. Chaos, am trying to sleep, so shut the F up. Chow she/him is typing. Chaos has disconnected. I am God. Pew pew is. God, we praise you. Dabs goat the burnt one. I think I'm going to go to his apartment and giving him the sleeping medication he is supposed to be taking. I'm certain he still hasn't slept since we told him to. Yet, go get him to sleep, Dobby, he really needs it. Tuesday 4:02 a.m. He is very much asleep, passed out. I sent a text to his bosses that he won't be turning up due to something coming up, as I'm pretty sure he will be sleeping for a day or each the pills he gets prescribed makes him sleep until he has slept enough. So if you don't get messages for a bit, he's fine just asleep. I'll check on him and the cats though just to make sure he's definitely alive. Skull. Gremlin gay. I want those pills. Greeming gay. I build robots for some reason, that is my name. And burning torch, laughing face. Go to in bed, we all have to work tomorrow and Eraser is working. MCCS Bracket Birdman. Yeah, sleep is for the weakest and I'll try though. Izuku Midoriya, also known as Evergreen and Chaos, is a middle school student. Growing up he studied because it was fun, well math and English wasn't. But by the time he reached middle school he started high school in all his subjects but English and math where he was in his second year of middle school. They left middle school around 2 months ago and a month ago finishing all his subjects in school he made sure not to go into high school with math and English so when he hopefully gets into general education at UA, he will at least have something to do. What are you supposed to do after having pretty much full days with nothing to do apart from work? Cause chaos and confusion of course. It all started with HSCP around the time his mom decided to vanish from his life because of Izuku being a legal adult. Izuku got bored and hacked into the HSCP and found out things about heroes, especially Hawks he wished he didn't. Like his father was a murderer and Hawks Aotakami Kigo was forced to go through training from the age of 7 and up. They are also making the man hide all his bird traits like talents. He's forced to cut them short and if they are questioned, say he paints them. Hide his bird noises and have to take medication to make it so he can actually see glasses and shiny things that don't make him want to not go near. Oh, didn't this annoy a 10-year-old Izuku with a hyperfixation on quirks? He knew it was bad for mental health and physical health to hide things or not have things your quirk needs. Izuku has been planning a way to get back at the HSPC for the past 4 years so he decided to put them into use now. First it was changing information like a hawk's real name to curse words or changing things to insults. Images were put as memes like these. Izuku knew it would anger the HSCP president and when the group chat started spamming about there being emails from the HSCP about a hacker/prankster in the system. He obviously knew how to make it obvious it wasn't him. Tuya of course knew as he was a part of this. There was now a new banner on the HSCP system saying, "Free the burb OH right sorry bird." And due to him adding more memes and more insults throughout the day the HSCP president put it on the news. Inside the cafe Dabi owned everyone was laughing about it and high-fiving Izuku cause they all are a big family in the shady part of Mizutofu. It was a big area with rundown buildings, a giant park which people say is haunted but it's really all the children which live in this part. There's hardly any adults, all of whom are homeless. Daily people come by and throw their trash and it of course pisses Izuku off because this is his family. He lets children come to his apartment when it gets too bad and washes the young one's hair. Dabi helps. The cafe Dabi owns was just a bit out of where this part of town starts. Hardly ever does the sun shine over this area, only in the summer has it ever actually shined and only then it feels like winter. They all work together in making things to keep the ones who live here warm. Your age group and preferred gendered group would have an area where you keep your things and when they sleep would cuddle into each other to stay warm. Dabi and Izuku both know who are the ones which live in this part by now and let them off free for drinks and food. They know because the abused runaways homeless and quirkless live here as each year there's at least 20 new people added to the family. It's upsetting but normal by now. On a Thursday, 3 days after the HSPC incident, Izuku had gathered up the Tiage 13 to 16 and explained what was going on. It was 11:34 p.m. the time young children would go out to play as it's not safe during the day. He saw how they all took turns in sitting on the big swing or going down the slide. "Hi-oh!" Izuku yelled over at all the children who were 4 to 12 years old and looked at him before running to the group of teenagers. "Hello Ziyu and everyone," said one of the energetic 6-year-olds. Most of this part of town had no names, not wanting to have them, so he just knows them for their ages. Izuku sat at one of the benches in the park, bag in his lap. Everyone sat near him or in front, mainly the 4 to 6-year-olds. "You guys know about what I'm doing, right? The chaos making everyone so confused in Mizutofu?" Izuku questioned and they all nodded. "Yeah, of course we do," asked a dark-skinned girl who had matted pink hair. Izuku supposed it was time for some to get showers soon. "Most of you probably heard of demons summoning, right, with a circle and it glows?" Most nodded, only the 7 and younger didn't. They looked puzzled. "So that's what I want to do next. As you can see my hands are black and I have a shirt over my neck too. I'm going to be taking my actual shirt, shoes and breeds off and I will be in this black suit thing which pulls over my head. My eyes glow. There will be red on random areas." Izuku explained. Many looked confused. "How will that work if you're the demon, Zuku?" I'm a 14-year-old who doesn't go to school. I learned how to edit videos. I'm going to edit it if one of the 16-year-olds would film it. I have candles in my bag. We just need to chant around the circle and I'll go inside and I'll edit it through if you guys are willing to do this. All of them screamed that we wanted a tall-haired boy with purple hair which ran down his back and volunteered to do the filming. And what did they do? Do just that. We are not sane, especially Chaos Friday 7:05 p.m. Gremlin gay. Did anyone else see the video of the shady area of Mustafu on the news? Children and teenagers chatting while inside a circle of candles suddenly glowed and the star with all the shapes appeared and a figure came out of nowhere, pink eyes and red blotches all over, and then it ran out the circle and vanished onto a building? Birdman. Yeah, I saw that. I'm so scared though. I don't go to Muzudafu often, but I'm scared to go now. Blood King. You guys don't seriously believe in that, do you? Dabs Goat the Burnt One. Blood King the Demon is not a joke. Everyone in that part of town swears they are being watched or see a figure of pink and red running through the streets. My cafe is just a bit outside of the start of the street which leads to all the other streets of that area. Friend. Are you joking? About to quit my job. I live in Muzudafu. About to cry. I am God. You are crying. Friend. Shut the Gremlin gay. Skull and Crossbones. MCCS. You have to be joking? Dabs Goat the Burnt One. / Dabs Goat the Burnt One attached one image. It showed a dark street and in the street they could see pink small blobs and red big blotches / Friend. Nah, WTF? Izuku was giggling while showing them all the messages over the next 4 days of nothing. Izuku had gave them their own costumes with eyes the color of their choice, Dabi having a bright blue and also with blood on it. Makes sense as the two are practically siblings, so why not have them both the leaders? The whole of Shady Town agreed. Izuku was certain that last week, the second week of this, was his favorite so far. Uenji knew spray bottles were so useful and for his shenanigans he's going to need them, so fill them up with everything you need. One with red liquid which dries up to look like blood, another with water, another glitter, another paint, everything you could think of what inside them, but all wear red. Izuku slowly placed the bottles in a line exactly where the cafe is and with the dry up blood spray bottles right on the side of the cafe. Shady Town, enter if you wish. On the inside of the Shady Town was, demons have no exit except the leaders if you see them outside of this town, run. And place the bottle back down. Not even 6 hours had passed before photos swarmed the internet of glowing eyes coming from inside the street, tiny figures on top of buildings attached to walls. In between the sidewalks there were two figures, one with glowing pink eyes and red splotches, the other had blue eyes and red splotches. To everyone who saw this picture it was terrifying. The spray bottles had red liquids covering them, and since this happened nobody crossed and went inside. This was the only entrance to the shady part of town. Anyway, it got barricaded off years ago from people who used to live here before it became a destroyed and broken area. This also ended up on the news telling people not to enter cause who knows what will happen if you do. Shady Town was loving it. Children were running about again, feeling free. They went everywhere with the costumes on so nobody would know. The last thing for that week was Aldra Middle School. From what everyone knew, Aldra was a lovely school, lovely, smart, and mature children with strict rules. But only those who work or study there know the truth about this middle school. It was the same for elementary school and high school, but middle school was the worst. Everyone knew the teachers at Aldra were quirkist, homophobic, ableist, and much more. Izuku of course used to study at Aldra Elementary and Middle School, but the problem with that is he hasn't got a quirk. He's also trans/non-binary along with being someone with ADHD and autism, but he lives in denial but knows he most likely has autism too. He knew how bad Aldra is as he experienced it. Quirk usage 24/7, even though after elementary it becomes illegal, as elementary you're taught to control it. Izuku only knows one other person who is quirkless. She has pink hair and is a 7-year-old. Her name is Sakura. Due to the scars visible and not visible caused by Aldra, he has been wanting revenge. It was probably around 2 a.m. when Izuku had hacked into the system. Clicking on camera recordings, there were two folders. One was called, Don't Show to Anyone, and the other was, Shown if Asked. He clicked on the Don't Show folder and scoffed how dumb his old principal is keeping recordings of bullying in a folder. That's a real dumb move. Izuku clicked out the folder before staring at the two with full focus while thinking of how to move them around so the don't show items where in the show folder he did so, and it came up on the edit log which Izuku messed around with until it deleted the log of him swapping them around. Izuku soon clicked on that and went on to the school website, instead hacking into that so he gets control and read through the rules. 1. No bullying. 2. No quirk usage. 3. Full school uniform. 4. No jewelry. 5. No phones. Izuku started no that can't be right, most definitely bullying going on, and quirk usage he changed the school rules to. 1. Bully students for something they can't control. 2. Quirk usage allowed especially against mutant/quirkless/villainous quirks or disabilities. 3. The school uniform. 4. As much jewelry you like as long as you don't have a mutant/quirkless/villainous quirk or disabilities. 5. Use your phone to cheat. Use your phone to call a friend. Call home. Izuku nodded approvingly. Yes, that's correct, more accurate. He then changed the banner from safe place to safe place, but not for quirkless/mutant/villainous or any disabilities. He edited the colors to have SWs around the opposite day for Aldra, swapped names for someone else's to mix them up. Izuku grinned that this is now so accurate and deleted any of the changes and made it so they can't be changed again before disconnecting from the website. Izuku grabbed the black shoes which matched the demon costume before making his way down to Shady Town. We are not sane, especially Chaos Friday 7:09 a.m. Pew pew ms. Guys, what's going on? Is Muzutafu's sad but relieved face. Why do y'all have a demon infestation, and WTF did Aldra do to Shady Town? Don't ask us. Also, Chaos, you live in Muzutafu and probably near Shady Town. Do you see anything suspicious going on? Chow she/him. Bro, I don't live anywhere near Shady Town. I catch the bus daily. TF, you mean lives nearby? Don't you fang live in Muzutafu too? No? Gremlin gay. Mike, just admit you've not slept for a week cause you're scared so you ended up forgetting. Shut the F up. Dabs goat the burnt one. YK, the demons aren't that bad. Adorable actually. Well, Eve never met the leaders, yet there's about 25 if you include the leaders sit in the cafe and dance entertainment. Flaming torch. I thought they couldn't leave the Shady Town? Dabs goat the burnt one. They can if you allow it. I allow them in my cafe so they can enter my cafe. If you didn't give the permission then they can't. Chow she/him. Tia SEK, my balls, you really just exposed that we have demon friends essence. Dabs goat the burnt one. What, your fidget toy balls skull and crossbones? Chow she/him. Your transphobia is showing. Dabs goat the burnt one. Sorry Chaos, my alpwa smiling face with smiling eyes. Chow she/him. Kitten whist, get back on Discord winking face. Blood King. Tessie/him. I would say okay, but I'm meeting up with my friend again for the 3rd time tomorrow and I'm excited ASF. MCCS. Oh, you're meeting up with Purple Cat again? Chow she/him. What's this? I'm so excited. The start. You should be.